Cloud Computing, an introductory presentation, compiled as a Penn State Group project for IST110 by Team 9, Advanced Innovation Megacorp, for non-commercial use and educational purposes.
Back in the 1960s, pioneering computer scientist J.C.R. Licklider introduced the idea of an intergalactic computer network. He envisioned a time when computer programs could search other computers and that they could run programs on data that would be stored on his computer. 40 years passed by. Much changes in technology. Today, we the modern society are fortunate to have the internet, the gateway to a new age. For the past 15 years, computers have been more accessible to the average consumer, and the internet has had a revolutionary impact on everyone's lives, drastically altering the way we seek knowledge, socialize, and work. It is easy to see that the vast majority of us take it for granted and don't even consider the dynamics going on behind the scenes. What we know of as the internet is actually remote computing. The client computer accesses the server in order to view the content, like websites, stored on the server. Cloud computing goes a step further, putting computer programs on the server also.
Cloud computing is the term for a specific type of remote computing via the internet, basically online-based, on-demand computing with shared software, information, and resources. The cloud is the intangible concept that is the internet and its capabilities. It's not the physical infrastructure of computer, cables, servers, or wiring. So the internet is actually remote computing. With the internet, we typically think of websites. With cloud computing, it goes a step farther, taking actual computer programs and placing them on a server. Using a standard web browser such as Internet Explorer or Firefox, the user logs into a web page to access the program or service offered by that site. Everything is done within the cloud, which is conducive to productivity in a variety of situations, whether you need to have a team collaboration space, are away from your own computer, or would like to use a free or subscription-based application to assist you with a task. Software is shared cooperatively through the cloud, accessed through the physical infrastructure that are typically owned by companies such as Microsoft, Hewlett-Packard, Google, Amazon, Salesforce, and IBM.
Most internet users do not even realize that they've been taking part in cloud computing for years. MySpace, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Gmail are just a few familiar examples of clouds that most of us have either used or heard about. More recent evolutionary steps have brought us Google Docs, creative design suites such as Aviary, virtual storage space such as Dropbox, and Windows Live Skydive. What are all of these sites really clouds? In the simplest of terms, yes. MySpace, Facebook, etc. are clouds because the servers and management software are maintained exclusively by the respective providers. This makes sense considering cloud computing is more of a concept than an actual thing, and is much more understandable as such.
Clouds are becoming extremely popular among students, personal users, and even organizations and companies. Clouds offer expanded flexibility, smaller technology investments, and freer pay-as-you-go pricing. The pay-as-you-go model is similar to what utility companies do. You simply pay for what you use. This is coming to be known as software as a service, or SaaS. SaaS provides organizations with applications that internal IT architecture may not be equipped to handle, and potentially even reduce costs. Cloud computing can be used for fun projects, but it's also a great option for data backup and recovery. Using cloud computing for data backup is inexpensive and works well for disaster recovery. Remote data and file access is another practical use. Through a remote access service such as Dropbox or SugarSync, your photos, files, and movies are just a few clicks away, even from most smartphones. A lot of the same security rules apply for cloud computing that apply to typical in-house systems. Protect your passwords and change them often. Keep all software and patches up to date, and maintain your network security devices like routers and firewalls. Just because the data is now being stored off-site doesn't mean that you still don't have to protect your local network. In applications like Google Docs, data is kept private but only allowing users who are invited by the owner of the data to view it. This invitation is then linked to that person's email address. There are many options for allowing others to share your document. You can give them collaborator access with the ability to change a document, or just give them view access where they can't make any changes. And if privacy is not a concern at all, then you can publish the document to the web for everyone to view.
John McCarthy, who coined the phrase artificial intelligence, suggested that computer time-sharing technology could lead to utility-based models where computing power and applications are sold like water or electricity. These ideas were very popular at first, but it was soon realized that the infrastructure and technologies for such a utility were not in place. It wasn't until the 1990s that bandwidth was significant enough to handle such traffic. The first large-scale uses of cloud computing started in 1999 with Salesforce.com. Since then, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, AT&T, and many others have come out with their own versions, which have evolved into useful online tools such as Google Docs.
Experts are predicting that in 10 years, almost all personal computing will be done within the cloud. From home computers to smartphones and other devices that are merely on the horizon, the cloud is the next leap in the evolution of the Internet. Ease of collaboration, lower cost, and managed off-site repositories for data make it good for both casual users and for the bottom line. The benefits of cloud computing open up new doors, and what we see now is merely the beginning.